Hey, how you doing? On our play for this week, will Marvel Rivals change the balance of power in the hero shooter market?
You
Maybe.
sound like The Rock.
Ah, you get it. Have you heard of Neverest to Everest? PlayStation has. We'll get into that. That's a weird title. Call of Duty is finally coming to Game Pass. It's happening, guys. Well, I should say Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, not the old Call of Duties, but Modern Warfare 3 coming to Game Pass. All this and more on Season 8, Episode 30 of Press X Start Gamers Digest. Take a deep breath in and out. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, DJ, a.k.a. Sassy Bad Choices, a.k.a. Hey, guys. How you doing? If you notice, there's 3, not 2 people here. I am joined by...
Oh, I'll let him
Is it
go.
me or you, Sean? Okay, well, it is your heavyweight champion from Wishnigwood, California, aka the janitor because we watch niggas, aka new mask, same task.
I see what he did there.
I am Sean MF Ross.
And what does the M&F stand for?
I almost had a fight off a crackhead yesterday. More news at 11.
These are
Damn,
all facts.
Baltimore ain't
Guys.
changed.
It wasn't even Baltimore. It's down the street from me, which is concerning.
Apparently, DJ
Even
lives in
worse.
the fucking hood.
Turns out I was that guy with the mask on. New mask. What? Same mask. Say, oh, fuck it, whatever.
What
This
happened
is
to the
Press-
Maryland I used to love?
That goddamn Biden.
All right. This is Press X Start Gamers Digest, the video podcast that condenses the most important gaming news from this past week into an hour-long meal just for you. We're live on YouTube every Sunday when we can make it because, gosh darn it, life is hard.
Well, listening to us is easy.
Yes, it
True.
is. Don't forget, you can support us by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and the notification bell. If you are listening, we greatly appreciate you leaving us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever podcast service you're currently tuned on. Yes, do that. And if you want, you can join us in our conversations by joining our Discord at pressx2start.com/Discord. With that all taken care of and out the way, let us jump into the gaming news. Number 1. Marvel Rivals Jeff and Thor, the new heroes added to closed beta test. This comes to us from Radio Times by way of Cole Luke. 2 first names. Love it. So as the title suggests, we have gotten 2 big updates to the Marvel Rivals closed beta, which comes in the form of Thor and Jeff, the land shark.
Jeff, the motherfucking land shark.
Bro, so as a person who has gone on record by not knowing too much about Marvel other than the stuff that I see on TV and not in comic books, looking at Marcus, the only reason why I know about Jeff the land shark, like Sean, do you know about Jeff the land shark?
I have no idea. Is he King Shark's son or something?
That's not even the right universe.
The only reason why I know about Jeff the land shark is literally because of Marvel Snap. So to see this adorable Scooby-Doo shark like thing, I'm just like, oh shit, that's awesome.
He's so cute.
So Marcus, you know about Jeff the land shark, right?
Yeah.
Of course you would. You read all the comics.
Nerd.
I've read every single comic there is that exists. No, like the last, I don't remember like his origins, but I know that he was in like the West Coast Avengers as like their pet, and like in gameplay, he's just the cutest thing. Like he's basically a dog. He's like a little pit bull with a shark skin on him, and it's adorable.
Yes, that is awesome. I'm about to play the trailer for it.
Do we know when they haven't announced a release date for Marvel Rivals, right?
Nope, still haven't.
No.
Okay.
But I think with how they're running the betas, and like we're gonna talk about, because Marcus, you played the actual beta, you got in, we did not. I'm not jealous, But we're gonna we're gonna have Marcus give his impressions on the actual beta itself. But it definitely seems like it's a pretty polished product. So I would imagine it's probably gonna come out later this year.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if it was actually going to be held till like Q1 of 2025. I think if it did get held off, something went wrong,
Right.
or they were scared of some other release date.
I don't see anything else big that they should be
Me
scared of.
neither. Yeah,
Or their genre. Yeah.
right.
Let me
Stay the fuck out of GTA 6's way.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like next year is gonna be
Yeah,
such a crazy year.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm playing the Jeff the Land Shark trailer. Yes, this Sharko doggo is adorable. Oh, like Thor had a great trailer too. They're picking the muscular Thor, which that works. He has, I guess that's the new. Is that no? He just has armor. He doesn't have the robotic arm, right? Or the
yeah. No, I think it's just chainmail on his arm.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but I obviously Jeff is the real winner out of the two trailers. Yeah, I'm pretty
Jeff.
excited for Marvel's Rivals. Marcus is actually in the beta, so I know he's excited. Plus, he is a Overwatch player. Sean, what's your hype levels for Marvel's Overwatch?
Um,
Marvel Rivals.
I mean, as long as I have people to play it with, I don't really care.
Yeah,
It looks cool.
yeah.
I'm not gonna be the greatest at this. I'm not a top tier shooter player anymore, hero shooter, whatever. I just played it to have
Mhm.
fun. I'm old.
That's fair.
Okay. We will, as I said, we will get more into it when we get to our what we've been playing section. Marcus, you
Yes,
have been playing a little indie game called Marvel Rivals.
right. It's a small game from a company that I don't think many people know about, like Marvel. They're on the rise. They got promise
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
They got
yeah.
promise.
I heard like of a Spider-Man person.
Spider Man. There's Irons Man. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. A Pink Pan no, a Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Pink Panther. Could you imagine? Um, Real quick before I go into that, I do want to say that I also played the Concord beta and I wasn't
Oh,
able to
yeah,
be
yeah.
here for that.
Oh, yeah,
And having played both the Concord beta and the Marvel Rivals beta, I think Concord is probably a more technically proficient game.
Mm.
But I think Marvel Rivals has way more legs
Mhm.
It's more accessible.
and it's more accessible. And I think that, like,
It
as
has
an
training
Overwatch,
mode.
that definitely fucking helps. But you don't have to just
Oh,
like
man.
learn as you're in the match getting washed. Um,
Yeah.
but also as an Overwatch player, those are both games that were in the kind of like quote unquote Overwatch killer discussion. And
Which I think was a mistake for Concord because
I agree.
it's not Overwatch at all.
Yeah.
It's just
Concord felt a lot more to me like Call of Duty or something along those lines.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas whereas Marvel Rivals, as an Overwatch player, I feel like it's a much more lateral move. Like I could definitely see people having an easier jump off point, and it's already shown because there's a lot of Overwatch uh, content creators who are currently playing the closed beta
Yeah.
and really loving it. Um, so I remember going into the closed beta and there were, rumblings about the game being kind of wonky and a bit janky.
And that was my fear that
Um,
I heard in one of the earlier previews that it felt clunky, and I was like, "Oh, that's not great." But good.
it it feels clunky in comparison to Overwatch
Okay.
because Overwatch is, for all its faults and issues, it's one of the smoothest games in terms of like actual verticality and fluidity of motion and
Yeah.
whatnot. And so it's definitely a downgrade from Overwatch in that sense. So if
Okay.
you're
I mean,
weighing
don't
it on
get
that
like they've
metric,
had
yeah.
years to polish it.
Yeah, that's
Right,
what I was gonna say too.
exactly. That
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
That as well.
Yeah.
So like I'm not gonna hold that against Marvel Rivals, especially because it's in beta form as well.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't call it clunky. And I
Okay.
think it's a fun game to play. I have
It looks
now
like.
logged enough yeah, I've logged enough time into it now where I've like made a solid amount of the way through the I guess season that they have within the beta.
Hmm.
And I've played enough games where I've won a good amount of games, I've lost a good amount of games, and it seems
Wait.
pretty
There's a season in the beta?
yeah. I'm pretty sure that it's like a season that's going to well no, I think it's just in the beta because yeah, I think they said it like it's running from I guess July 23rd to August 4th. So I think it's just in the beta and I'm imagining if you like beat that battle pass or whatever,
Yeah.
then you whatever you unlocked within
Okay.
the beta is going to carry over into yeah, the actual game.
That has to be coming out soon. Like, if they're that
Right.
far in that game, they have a whole season in the game. Like, that
Yeah.
has to be coming out soon.
Yeah, like it
That's so
feels like it's
crazy.
about to I feel like some shadow drop shenanigans are about to happen.
Yeah.
Um but yeah,
Interesting.
I've played enough where I think I've got a good feel for the game,
Mhm.
and it feels pretty good. Like the game feels balanced.
Yeah.
Um,
Who are your favorite characters?
there's my favorite characters so far are Rocket,
Okay.
Storm,
Okay.
Loki's cool, and I want to play more with him, but Jeff the
Mhm.
Land Shark is just like he's
Mm.
a healer, and like as uh, my Overwatch like roles that I usually play are support and tank. And
Yeah.
so like sliding into the support role in Marvel Rivals has been pretty seamless for me for the most
Yeah.
part.
Mm.
Um
Is
they
that stuff like easily categorized? It's like, oh, these people are support, these people are tanks, these people are
I
DPS.
will say that it's not as clear as it is for like Overwatch.
Okay.
Um thankfully because there is a training mode in this game and you can like look at like the hero breakdowns, like you can
Hmm.
find out what the characters do, but in just like the actual UI,
Hmm.
unless you've already looked it up in advance, yeah, you won't really know what role each player is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, I think it's been a fun time. I've really enjoyed my time with
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals. There's a good flow with the games so far. I think they actually have competitive mode available as well, which also adds to the aspect of like this game feels like there's no way they're waiting to 2025. Like
Yeah.
this game feels pretty fully fleshed out.
That is
Um,
so interesting.
and the fact that they're dropping characters in the beta too. Like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
feels
Like a finished product. Like,
yeah.
you're dropping actual
I
like
mean,
players that are
a lot
fleshed
of
out.
betas are just paid demos, so
Exactly.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. So I wouldn't be surprised if like come fall that this game
Yeah.
gets a official release date. Um,
I I wonder
yeah,
if it's gonna be sooner than that. Like if it's gonna be like end of August kind of thing. I guess end of August is fall. What am I talking about?
that's
yeah.
definitely
Okay,
kind of
continue.
accurate. I wouldn't say that.
Like my money is on like September at the earliest.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but
Did you have any like issues like bugs or like game crashes or like the matches like lagging or stuff like that?
I haven't had any crashes.
Yeah.
Um, any lag, I'm pretty sure was my Wi-Fi. I don't think it was the
Okay.
game itself.
Okay.
I will say that the game, it's kind of slow. Like once the action starts like ramping up and whatnot, like
Yeah.
it. I wouldn't call it super fast paced, but it is like
Mhm.
okay, there's definitely a lot of engagement there. There are times because it's third person. That is also a bit jarring of
Mhm.
like a move from like being an Overwatch player and going into this Overwatch like game,
Yeah, you
but
gotta aim around your
it's a
character.
completely yeah. So
Yeah.
there are times where I'll get lost in like a wait, where like Iron Man's like fucking pelting me from
Yeah.
up in the air, and I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was up there. I also think that the ultimates in this game aren't as striking
Okay.
or as like the alts in Overwatch feel like real difference makers, and there's a certain level. Once again, they've had years to put this all together and workshop and all that stuff. But like when you do your alt in Overwatch, it feels like something is happening in a real major
Yeah.
way. Where
Yeah.
in Marvel Rivals, it kind of feels just like, save for a few people, it feels just kind of like, oh, this is just a part of the battle.
Yeah.
And then there's also like not a lot of survivability with some things. Like you get one shotted by a lot of the damage alts in this game. Like
Yeah.
you'll get
That was
taken out
something.
quick.
Yeah, because I was watching some gameplay of it, and like I forget who I was watching, but like they jumped in and they ran up on one of the characters, and they're like, "Oh, I'm dead." I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
You'll get taken out fast in this game
yeah,
if you're not careful. And what's something else? I think also they need to do better with, it's a minor thing and it doesn't really like, I guess, enhance or detract from the game, but like
yeah.
one of my favorite things about Overwatch is that when like you're in the spawn room and like yeah, you have your sprays and whatnot, which they do have in Marvel Rivals, but there's also
Mhm.
just a certain level of interactivity with like, I don't know, being able to say hey or like do the
Oh
little
yeah,
crouch
yeah,
dance thing or like do an
yeah,
emote, and like it's a beta, so they do have emotes in the game, but it just doesn't feel as interactive. Like I
mhm.
would like to say like what's up to my team members, or
Yeah.
like I would like to interact a bit more, and right now it feels very disconnected in that way.
Okay.
And I'm sure that as time goes, that maybe they'll add stuff like that to it. But outside of that, I don't really have many gripes with the game. I think the destructible environments adds a little extra flair to it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Um, I think um, the art style is really great. It's very, very aesthetically pleasing game.
Mhm.
Um, And yeah, it's a pretty easy game to pick up, especially if you're an Overwatch player. Like it's I think it'll definitely, as we were saying earlier, with Overwatch being in trouble, like Marvel Rivals is definitely going to be a contender for the throne of that hero shooter lane if they
Yeah.
keep this up.
Okay. That's good to know. Like, so I guess the last question is, with all the time you spent in the beta, how would you rate it? Like out of 10?
I'd say maybe like a 8.5.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
Like I think it's got the bones are there. Um, there's things that they could improve on, but I think they've got a good product already. And
Yeah.
I think that if they were to drop it tomorrow, and just with the nature of these type of games, and it's free to play anyway, like there's
Hmm.
time to turn it into a 9.5. Like there's
Right.
there's there's time to put that there.
Right. Okay. And then I just did a quick little Google, and PC Gamer is predicting that the game is going to come out Q1, Q2 of 2025. And I just don't believe that. I just don't
I
believe
like
that.
I
That doesn't.
I don't see
Oh,
why. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I don't know what would make them want to hold off at this point.
Yeah.
But we don't make the decision, so who knows?
Right.
Mhm.
That has been it for the Press X to Start Gamers Digest podcast. We hope you enjoyed this podcast as much as we enjoyed making it. Don't forget, you can support us by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and the notification bell. Don't forget, you can like this video. What? Did I just say that? I just said that. Oh my God. Am I in a parallel dimension right now? Anyways, don't forget, you can review this podcast if you are listening on your Spotify's, on your Apple Musics, on your YouTube Music, whatever podcast service you're currently tuned in on. We greatly appreciate anything and everything you do for us, except for when you don't comment on our videos. Do it.
Right.
Do it.
Yes, and that too. Come on. We're watching. We're waiting. We're hungry. No, not really. Actually, I am kind of hungry right now. I need to eat breakfast or at lunch at this point. Anyways, you take care. You be safe. You keep playing games and have a great rest of your day, night, evening, universe, wherever you are, wherever you're listening to this.
Whatever.
Have a good one.
Peace.